The DUNU Glacier. Let's talk about it. The DUNU Glacier is a loan set I have from fellow reviewer Mark from Supereviews. It is a 9-driver tri-bid IEM. It has 1 dynamic driver, 4 balanced armatures, and 4 electrostatic drivers. This is an IEM that is expensive and well built and has a very nice set of drivers associated with it. It costs around $1,350, but you might be able to find it on sale for a little bit less. Let's look at the build quality, but again, we don't have the full package, and then we'll talk more about the sound. Now, the shell of this IEM is really beautiful. It's like a mirrored, polished kind of steel. It is MMCX, but you can get it in 2-pin if you want. This is a very heavy driver, but it fits well. It looks nice. It is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but not bad. It has a nice nozzle that holds fingertips, or here it holds ear tips on, excuse me. And is an overall comfortable shell for me. It is, again, a little bit on the large side and a little bit heavy. If it's a concern for you, I would definitely recommend demoing this IEM first. The cable is quite lovely. You can see the right and left connectors right here of this MMCX cable. It is a nice cable. It has a chin slider that does not move when you mess with it. It has a branded Y-split. You see here, DUNU. Its cable is overall nice. It terminates in a right terminal connector, but you can switch that out to almost anything that you want. And the cable itself, it looks like it might be microphonic, but it kind of reminds me of almost like blue jeans. It's soft and durable feeling. Let's first of all look at the site where you can buy this. You can see the terminal connectors here. Again, it's about $1,350. You can buy it from DUNU. It has a great packaging set, and this is a very similar packaging of what DUNU does best. DUNU is known as of late, of their last few IEMs they've released, to have exceedingly well done packaging, and the DUNU Glacier does not disappoint. Feel free to look at some unboxing videos or some other videos that will have this material, but you can see it here. It's fantastic, and they do a great job of the unboxing experience. So how does this IEM sound? Very bassy, very strong, but extremely fun, and it is a well done V-shaped kind of a set. There's a lot of bass to this, but it is balanced out with a lot of upper mids, and it can be an exceedingly fun, engaging set. It has good drivers and good detail resolution. This is one of the better V sets I've experienced, and it has a lot of good qualities, but it has a few nitpicks for me which prevent it from being exactly what I would want from an IEM. So let's look at some graphs and talk about a few things and go from there. Okay, let's look at the graph. You'll notice it has a very nice graph, lots of bass, lots of upper mids. It is what we kind of call a Harman style graph with lots of upper air and mids. But one of the things that I have a little bit of a problem with is that it has quite a bit of energy right here around this 3K peak. I'll show you a few other IEMs, how this compares. You'll kind of maybe see what I'm trying to say. But this is one of the only few faults this IEM has. And I want to say, first of all and foremost, this is an extremely fun bassy set. And it does get a recommendation. But I want to say that sometimes I'll listen to this IEM and I really like it when I'm ready to deal with a little bit of extra upper mids. But when I am not, when I need something a little bit more mellow, this does not do a very good job of certain tracks. And it feels just too energetic, too intimate, and just a little bit on that way we might call shouty side. Okay, the first one I want to compare this to is the Limer's Terra. Now, I really like the Terra. The Terra has a lot of detail. It also has a little bit more even kiltered upper mids here. And so it just kind of has a slight change, a little bit less bass, so it's a little bit less fun and bombastic, but it's a little bit more clean. I like the Terra more. but I think it's close, and I think it's one of those things that you're going to have to demo first. And I do feel the Glacier has a lot of value. I do feel the Glacier has really nice drivers and does a lot of things very, very well. And they both have metallic shells, which is very nice. I wanted to show you the Diva. The Diva has been discontinued. They are doing the Apostle, which we should have here soon on channel, not too long. But the Diva, you'll notice this is the blue case for the Diva, and it has a ton of bass. But the bass isn't very high quality. It feels a little bit too sub-bassy. And you'll notice it has a little bit less of this 3K region, a lot less of this detail in the mid-treble region. And they have a different sound signature to them. Now, I do think the Diva is a fantastic set, and it is around $1,000 on the used market if you can find one. And that it's just something to point out that they are very unique and something to look at. That at the $1,000 price, you get some pretty high quality, high potent IEMs. Now, another one to look at is the Jupiter. Now, the Jupiter is more money, and you notice the Jupiter has more bass. But what you'll notice about the Jupiter, it has a lot more even kilter. It's what we call a little bit more of an L-shaped target. It also has good drivers. It is a little bit more money, and it is not packaged nearly as well as the Glacier. So you kind of have to trade what you got. Do you want cheaper with a little bit more engaging signature, or something a little bit more laid back and L-shaped? The Jupiter would be the way to go. Another fan favorite from a lot of people is the Theaudio Monarch Mark II. This can be had for around $800 to $900 and cheaper used, but you'll notice there's a ton less bass. The upper mids are a lot more even kiltered. And, you might like the Monarch better depending on what you want. I personally think the Glacier is a lot more fun, but you don't get that kind of level of intensity in the vocals or intensity at this peak here with the Monarch Mark II, and that's something to know. I think these are two right about the same level. They're both good, but it depends what you want with drivers. Now, one IEM that I do think is a good IEM, but also, they graph almost the exact same. So you have to think, did you try the Nova? Did you want more air and details? Well, the Glacier will definitely get you that. It is a much more detailed set, and it just sounds better with the drivers, but it's also a lot more. So, if you can try a Nova and be like, yeah, I like that, but I wanted more detail, again, the Glacier is that one for you, and the upgrade path to that. The Origin has been out now for a while. It's received some praise. I like the Origin. I don't think it has the detail and the immaculate resolution and feedback that the Origin has. I think the Glacier does that, what we call that detail, very well. It does sound a little bit more, it's kind of funny, like the Glacier has those micro details that are better, whereas the Origin has a sense of space and air around you, but the Glacier has a more intimate presentation. And so these two do trade blows depending on what you want. I don't know. I think I kind of would go with the Origin and recommend that because of the price. But at the same time, the Glacier, I think the Glacier is a very fun and engaging set, depending on what you want. And it's again, it's a hard call. You're going to have to demo some things to think about it. Another thing to think about, like, a set that I really have fallen in love with of late is the RT-T10 Pro. Sometimes you don't have to spend big money. Like this gets rid of a little bit of this detail, gets rid of a little bit of this 3K peak, has a nice planar driver, very small set on the ears, easy to fit. And I think something like the RT-T10 is something that if you can't afford this and you're just thinking, man, what's a good set? The RT-T10 Pro. It's phenomenal, and I've been a huge fan of it. The last thing I want to show you, usually I try to show a lot of other DUNU IEMs. This is my second favorite DUNU IEM in the Glacier. I really like the Braindance IEM, the DK3001. The reason for this is that you can add on an impedance adapter and get a little bit more bass. I am getting some impedance adapters in here soon, and I will graph them on my Braindance, and you can kind of see. But if you add just a little bit of impedance, you can kind of get like You can tell you could almost get that same curve as the Glacier with just a little bit more impedance, and it doesn't really get that much shoutier or that much more present. And so I kind of think the DUNU Braindance could be a very good value and a very good set if that's what you're going for. And I really like the Braindance even without anything. I think it's just a fantastic, relaxed, detailed set that, you know, it costs half the price of the DUNU Glacier. It's packaged very similarly, and just overall a fantastic set. All right, the DUNU Glacier. Let's rank this up. Again, its high quality is arts bass. It has extremely satisfying bass, extremely satisfying note weight, and it has good upper mids, but it can be a little bit too shouty. It has nice detailed highs. It has good imaging, but its imaging can come across as a little bit phony for my liking, but I think its soundstage and other qualities it has make it a good set. It makes it something that you might want to consider for your library, but it also is kind of just like the super Harman, like the ultimate Harman with ESTs and great build quality. Is it for you? I don't know. You have to decide. You have to kind of maybe try some EQ and think what you want, but does it sound great in ear? Fantastic in ear. You know, the DUNU Glacier is a fantastic set, but it kind of hits me as one of those sets where, like, at Can Jam when I heard it first a year ago, I wasn't very blown away. Last time I heard it, this most recent Can Jam, I liked it a bit more. I've heard it a few times over the years, and it's been awesome to be able to actually have it in home and really give it a rank and a review. And I will say that it is absolutely fantastic when it hits. And it is one of the nicest sets out there. It does a lot well. It has great micro details and great things about this IEM that I would really consider buying it for myself, for my own collection, because I think it's so unique and so fun. Thanks for watching my video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye. You're still here. It's over. Go home. Oh, you're expecting a teaser for our next video. Well, we don't have that kind of money. What are you expecting? One of those store reviewers to show up in a saucy little leather number? Go. Oh, I can tell you one thing. We are going to have a collab video. We have no idea what it's going to be. Probably Kryn, maybe Chris. Or Joyce. Don't deny it. She's got range. Go. Get out of here. Go.
Go!
Go.
Go on with you!